Governor Moino's betrayal exposed. Emperor Moino's betrayal exposed. This is going to be about Umoino's sellout, Gospel Akpabio's plot, and Umoino acting as Tinubu's puppet. Today, we are exposing and ripping apart the biggest betrayal in Akwa Ibom State political history, perpetrated by Governor Moino. Governor Moino's selfish defection is a disgrace. This man is about to jump ship from PDP to APC on June 6th. Not for you, Akwa Ibomites, not for Akwa Ibom, but for himself. He wants that 2027 governorship renomination by force and is prepared to sell out Akwa Ibom people and to sell out Akwa Ibom State to get that renomination. Plain and simple. That is why he is defecting. You have to wonder, is this how this man ran his former business, Royalty Hotels? Royalty Hotels, we now know, was always in trouble. The answer is yes. This is how he ran Royalty Hotels, basically to the ground. He was always in deep trouble with people who sponsored him. He was always in deep trouble in this particular with Royalty Hotels. He was a very bad businessman. Very bad. So, is he now going to pull down Akwa Ibom? Is he going to flush Akwa Ibom down the drain the way he did with Royalty? He was basically going bankrupt. He is not making these dumb moves as governor by himself, ladies and gentlemen. In this story we're about to tell, there are several actors. There's the puppet master, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. There is Tinubu's errand boy and political slave, Godswill Akpabio, the Senate president. And there's Governor Moino, the coward. There's Governor Moino, the coward. You have to wonder, why is the separate jump? Why does it now want to jump immediately to another party? This is because Abuja is pulling the strings. And they cannot wait. And guess who's Tinubu's errand boy orchestrating this defection? None other the garrulous former governor of Akwa Ibom State, who is now Senate president, the talkative Gospel Akpabio. Gospel Akpabio here, in reality, is the real puppeteer. He's the one who is helping Bola Tinubu, not just in Akwa Ibom, but nationally, to tighten his evil iron grip on a country that is going down the drain. The game is clear. As 2027 approaches, Tinubu needs to hold on to the non-Yoruba Niger Delta states, especially now that he is getting a lot of pressure from the caliphate of the Nigerian north. Parts of the caliphate, they are shunning him. They've soured on his government. They're threatening to deny him re-election. They're trying to make trouble for him. In steps Akwa Ibom's Gospel Akpabio, who as a political slave is doing a Tinubu's dirty job. Look, Akwa Ibom people, they want to use Akwa Ibom money for this election. Akwa Ibom people sacrificed and fought for derivation. Akwa Ibom State today receives approximately 30 billion naira every single month because it is the number one oil producer in the country among the 36 states. It is the number one financier of Nigeria's federal budget today. Gospel Akpabio and Umoino are giving away this money for Tinubu. Umoino is now acting like Nyesom Wike, who took reverse money and gave Tinubu to campaign for elections. He's going to use all of Akwa Ibom State derivation money to finance Tinubu's presidential campaign in 2027. Has it come to this, ladies and gentlemen? Has Akwa Ibom people been reduced to this? Because in the midst of all this, I ask, where are other Akwa Ibom State political elites? Why are they silent? While their state is being sold out to Bola Tinubu, they're all quiet. Everybody's suddenly quiet. You don't hear Itanang anymore. Who will speak for Akwa Ibom? Well, this is where I come in. I step in. I will, unlike others, speak for 15 million disenfranchised Akwa Ibom citizens and the diaspora. I will not be silent. I will expose these shenanigans. So my message to Akwa Ibomites, don't be despondent. Keep your head high. I will defend you against these plutocrats. I will defend you against them. Tinubu right now is scared. He's not taking any chances. So they don't snatch his contempt from him. This is why Tinubu has seized control of every electoral apparatus in Nigeria to rig the elections. Umoino is just part of this. Just look at the actions of Bola Tinubu since he became president. Look at his actions. INEC, the Electoral Commission, Tinubu recently has named Professor Bashiru Olamilekon, his own ethnic crony, as the new boss of the Electoral Commission. This professor is going to be Tinubu's finger on your vote. Your votes are not going to matter. Mahmoud Yakubu tried this already. Supreme Court. Tinubu has swapped out the Supreme Court justice. Installing Justice Kudirat Motamori Olatukumbo Kekere-Ekun, another of his ethnic loyalists, as Chief Justice. This is judicial capture because the Supreme Court decides everything about elections. Let's go to the security forces, the police. He replaced the Inspector General of Police with Kayode Adeolu Egbetokun, another man from his own ethnic group, as if Nigeria is a multi-ethnic society. That's the interesting thing. This thing cannot fail but catch your eye. The DSS, the security police, head of the DSS, Director General, Adeola Ajayi. This is Tinubu's friend and ethnic ally. How about the anti-corruption agency, EFCC? Tinubu appointed Mr. Olanikpekun Olu Kayode, another one of his own. Look, we have to tell the truth. This agency is being used as a weapon to harass anyone not loyal to Tinubu and the APC. So the democracy is really a farce here. It is things like this that has made Umoino scared. The so-called Pastor Umoino is crumbling under pressure. A pastor is not supposed to crumble under pressure. He's choosing self-preservation, orchestrated by the villain Akpabio, Council Akpabio, for Tinubu's power play. He's choosing that over Akwa Ibom people. So based on this, the question then is this. Is Umoino is all sorts of things, but is he a dictator or is he a hypocrite? Or both? Well, he's playing a double game. And most Akwa Ibom citizens are enraged. They are angry. He's doing nothing of substance in the state. But he has this audacity. Look, recently, Governor Umoino, in fact, Emperor Umoino, during an address to his poor commissioners, thundered, quote, defect with me or resign, unquote. That's what he said to them. He was even very emotional in this video. He looked like a man who is losing control and lashing out not just at his aides but at the world. Like Moses, but to political slavery. He even said the following, quote, I have nothing to negotiate with you, unquote. Follow me or leave. This is pure dictatorship. In fact, this is him exposing the Nigerian system because he did say that the system does not work. Basically, by his jumping ship now just to get nomination. His problem, however, is not with those commissioners. He can fire them any day. His problem is with the State House of Assembly. Only about 40% of the members so far we hear are joining him. We know they want money, but still. So he's directing his anger at the wrong audience, at the commissioners, people he can fire any second. He can remove any of them. His problem is the State House of Assembly. So we know what his next step is going to be. When they are not happy over the bribe money, he's going to have Bola Tinubu's EFCC chief arrest members of the State House of Assembly who are not happy with the bribes and will not play ball. As a matter of fact, an Akwa Ibom political pundit nailed it. when he said the following about this whole thing, quote, "This isn't governance. It's high-budget reality TV show with a twist of holy anointing," unquote. Holy anointing by a pastor. And you know the ultimate joke with this whole thing? Umoino wants to leave PDP, but he still wants to control it. It's like divorcing your spouse, your wife, and insisting you still control the cable TV password. You still control their bank card. This yeah from a pastor doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Akwa Ibom patriots are furious. Very furious. The silent majority are furious. In fact, this is what one Akwa Ibom patriot said, unquote, quote, "In order to satisfy self-interest, it does not matter to Moino what pains are afflicted on Akwa Ibom people," unquote, because the state is being run very badly. Another patriot warned, quote, "Where is integrity and principles if the governor chooses to double dip?" Unquote, double dip, to be in two parties at the same time. I wonder. He's fast becoming the infamous Nelson Wike, who wants to greedily control APC and PDP in Rivers State. Umano wants to do the same thing in Akwa Ibom. So be prepared for political civil war in Akwa Ibom. Umoino's defection is clearly a betrayal to Akwa Ibom people. It is a clear sign he prioritizes Tinubu's agenda over the agenda of Akwa Ibom people, where you don't even have public transport in Uyo. This whole thing, as I've said, is orchestrated by Godswill Akpabio. Umoino is abandoning the very people who put him in power for his own selfish gains. So the question is, what is to be done? Number one, speak about it like me. Make sure everybody all over this world sees what this man is doing. Don't give him US visa to come and attend any Akistan convention in Akwa Ibom people. Akwa Ibom people, let me let you know, your future is at stake. Do not accept this sellout. Don't accept it. You don't have to. Speak up. Escalate your civil actions against this tyrant. Take actions, Akwa Ibom people, to defend the soul of Akwa Ibom. I am Ofyong Akwa. Be well. Be good to yourselves. See you again.